And welcome back to the Marching Arts Network. My name is Kanan, and thank you so much for joining us today here on the channel for video number 199. So let's address the elephant in the room. I've just been really lazy about making videos of late. So thankfully, Justin and Jen have been picking up my slack, but I am now back. Right. What are we doing today? So those of you who know me or have ever heard me talk know that I am a huge fan of the British brass band activity. And I'll probably put a little bit of a taste of it here in the post-edit. So British brass band, however, has had a lot of influence on the marching arts activity. So what I have done... Now, let's also address another elephant in the room, and I'm talking to you, Justin, Stress Master. Let's talk about the wheel. That thing, wherever it is. I'll probably put a picture of it up here somewhere. Yeah, let's talk about the wheel. That's my wheel. You've taken my wheel, you've co-opted it, you've corrupted it for your own uses. You ruined everything. So in today's video, I am not doing the wheel. You can take your wheel and you can shove it, Justin. So what I have done today is this. We're going to do a little bit of horse racing, folks. So what I've done is I have picked my 6 favorite British brass band influenced shows in the marching arts activity. In this case, just they all happen to be drum corps. So we have got 2014 Carolina Crown, 1999 Blue Devils and Blue Knights. So the Blue Devils did Estancia that year. The Blue Knights did Tritico for brass band. 2019 Boston On the Shoulders of Giants, which is just an unbelievably difficult piece. 2023 Cadets, Atlas Rising, and of course 2018 Santa Clara Vanguard. So what we're going to do is we're going to release these little ponies and see what are we going to be watching today. So without further ado, let's go. Taking the early lead is the 1999 Blue Knights, 2018 Vanguard keeping pace on the outside. Dropping back 2023 Cadets and 2019 Boston. Coming up on the outside, however, is Carolina Crown. Vanguard keeping the pace, and here comes out of nowhere the 1999 Blue Devils. 2023 Cadets coming out of nowhere, and we are watching, yes, the 2023 Cadets. I absolutely love that show. I love that show so much. And I am so stoked that that's what we're going to be watching today. Right. 2023 Cadets, Atlas Rising. Of course, the last year that the Cadets were in existence, sadly. So we'll just do a little bit of post-editing magic here. And I will switch over here shortly. Okay, so 2023 Cadets Drum and Bugle Corps. This was unfortunately the last year that the Cadets were with us as a competing drum corps, or as an organization, full stop, I should say. We've addressed that in another video, so I'm not going to go into the here's the hows and the whys, but suffice it to say, it's horribly sad that they're no longer here. This show this year was called Atlas Rising, and it was what are you going to do when you are not saving the world, from Man of Steel, I believe, from Hans Zimmer. Immortal by Paul Lovat Cooper, which was the piece that made it onto this list. A very, very famous British brass band piece played by the Black Dyke Band. If the YouTube gods will allow me, I'll play a little bit of it here. And then that was followed up by Defeat by Lee Bettis and Andrew Montero. And I'm going to completely mug the name of their closing, but I'm going to say Carino Rhinus by Hans Zimmer, which was from one of the Batman films, I believe. So enough of me yapping. Let's put the cans on and watch us some drum corps, shall we?
Drum Major Kat Yang, is your corps ready? Performing their 2023 program, Atlas Rising. Drum Corps International is proud to present the Cadets.
Before we go, I'm going to try not to stop the video too much, although I do have a tendency to stop video to talk. Let's address the costuming of the Corps this year. So a lot of people had a real freak out about the uniforms. I personally didn't. First off, I bet they were super comfortable to march in. Secondly, we don't march anymore. We haven't marched for probably 2 decades. You know, it's now all about bodyo and choreo. So there's every reason to have something that actually makes that body and choreo a lot easier. But that being said, it still looks like the Cadets. To me, this isn't mistaking this drum corps for anybody else. It still has elements of the Cadets classic look through the color palette. We could see things like the 3 chevrons, so on and so forth. So yeah. And I also thought that the color guarded, the canary yellow, was a lovely, lovely accent color. Of course, it being one of the Cadets' colors as well. But it just perfectly offset the cream and the maroon to the rest of the Corps. Anyway, I will shut up. Let's go. And also, shout out for starting off the show with planks and push-ups. Come on now.
Atlas is caught between 2 different tellings of his story. In the first, he leads a rebellion against Olympus and is then sentenced to hold the heavens on his shoulders for eternity. In the second story,
make me a little bit smaller in the corner.
To be the guardian of the pillars that hold up the earth and sky.
So much velocity and physicality with this show as well. Nice snares. Oh, I love that. I'm not a drummer. Those I think it might be flamadiddles, I guess. Just that quintessential Cadets brass sound right there. Just everything about that just screams Cadets. From the way that they move, the way that they hit, the timbre of the brass line. Anybody who says, "Oh, I don't know if this is Cadets," tell me how you don't know much about drum corps without telling me you don't know much about drum corps. Come on, this is beautiful.
Strength comes from an indomitable will.
I love the tube is underneath. Nice tuba sound too. Very high risk, high reward section that with the triple tonguing in the high brass offset by the antiphonals with the low brass. Little bit of fluffiness in the very middle of some of the beginning phrases, but otherwise, no, it was lovely. I wouldn't say it was dirty, it was on the edge of being dirty, if that makes any sense. But they pulled it back.
We are immortal.
I'm going to rewind this back to the beginning of this section, but can I point out as well just the tone on this cornet is just she has got such a lovely, rich, warm tone. And also I think that, bearing in mind that this song was specifically written for cornet in mind, I thought it was a really, really great idea from the Cadets not to try to reinvent the wheel and just play a cornet. That's the beauty of the rules that we have now about any brass instruments being allowed. I don't think this sounds the same on a trumpet, and it certainly doesn't sound the same on a flugelhorn. So I thought that was the correct move on the part of the Cadets to play this on the cornet. Anyway. Ooh, lovely. Da, la, la, la. I love the articulation she put in there. She is such a good player. See now here, do you hear the difference between the brightness of the trumpet and the richness? Just that richness between the cornet and the trumpet, you can hear the difference there. I love that chord. Ooh, nice with the flags there. That was amazing.
If you think it will be easy, you will be disappointed.
Go on, basses. Lovely runs there in the bass drum line. And if you look closely in the drill as well, you'll see the Cadets logo, you'll see the Cadets of Bergen County logo, you'll see the Garfield Cadets logo. They're all slightly different versions of the C and the G. Go on, tubas. Always love tuba features in octaves as well, with octave splits. Nice card. Nice moment at the end there.
The weight of the world is too much to bear alone.
I've heard a lot of people not like this part of the show. I actually quite like what's happening with the guard here, with the representation of the weight of the world on the shoulders of Atlas.
The heaviest thing you will ever have to lift are your own spirits.
Isn't that the truth? All right, let's finish it now. Whoa! All right, there's your Cadets Bergen County G. I love how we've also interspersed different. There's your Cadets C. How we've got bits of Atlas Rising, we've got bits of the opener, bits of the closer, all in one piece. It's lovely. Great sound from the upper trumpets there as well.
Together we rise.
Lovely drill riding there. I love that. It's just so much to take in.
Under the direction of Brian Murphy
I
from
missed
Erie,
that drum
Pennsylvania.
corps so
the
much, and I
Cadets.
didn't realize how much I was going to miss that drum corps until they were gone. Just a quintessentially Cadets drum corps show. Like I said, I've heard a lot of people say, you know, oh, you look at these corps and you can't tell who's who anymore. Bollocks. And that's one of my British swear words of the way, by the way, bollocks. No, complete bollocks. I can tell this is the Cadets with my eyes closed. Not just because I know the show, because it's got the Cadets sound, it's got the Cadets vibe. You know, yes, the uniforms are different, but they even looked like the Cadets. So I am so sad that this corps is gone, but if they had to go, at least they didn't fade away. They went out as a top 5 drum and bugle corps. I don't know what's sadder, is losing somebody at this stage of the game or seeing a great corps fade away to nothing. And I think that seeing the cadets fade away to nothing would have been far worse than the way that we lost them. So don't be sad that they're gone. Be glad that they were here, I guess. And with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what we do, please, it would mean the world to us if you'd hit the like and subscribe button. While you're down there, we do have a merchandise store. Feel free to grab some merchandise, like you can get your Marching Arts Network hat if you so choose. And also leave a comment. Tell me what you think. This is video number 199. We're going to have a special video for number 200 being recorded by all three of us. And I'm not sure, but I think we may or may not have a special guest with us on that 200th video as well. But for now, that is it for this one. So as I say in every one of my videos, no matter who you're doing it with, no matter where you're doing it, no matter when you're doing it, or no matter how you're doing it, just when you're doing it, make sure that you march on. Ciao.